Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger with me, Get Daved. So one thing we're going to get out of the way real quick. I did neglect to actually equip all of the new gear I got, which was kind of embarrassing, although it's not like we really used Marl's physical attack much. So quick check on everybody else. Attack power 0 on her fist? I don't think so. Alright, now we're good. It actually probably will not make a single difference with Marl having a bit more physical attack power, because she's a cherry on top when it comes to attacking. Chrono would be the main course and the sundae for dessert, and Marl's damage is just the cherry on top of that. We just saved. Something frightening stirs. Well, I'm not in the least worried about it. Enjoy the music in this bit, by the way. It is all haunting and amazing. Ah, the Mammon Machine. Remember, you cannot serve both God and Mammon. Also, Mammon is associated with greed and money, and sort of power in this case, I think we can equate. The incredible power of Lavos. The good book also says it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man to enter paradise. And recall, they are chasing immortality. And, well, connect the dots. And if we step on this, it's good, but we do get a fight. We have some switches we have to flip. Also, this is kind of an interesting situation here. So she did virtually no damage because that other guy was creating a shield. We disintegrated it once we killed him and then did one more attack. So that's basically our ideal damage distribution there. Ice Sword 2, that should be able to carry a lot of our offense now. Alright, we've got some red scout type enemies. Yeah, we'll see how we do there. They only take damage from fire. Or rather, they take damage from lots of things, but if you damage them with something else, bad things happen. They can counterattack, and if you try clearing a whole group with like lightning too, you can get hit with quite a few annoying counterattacks that can really do quite a bit of damage. These are magical enemies with really high physical defense. So I just want to show what it's like taking out one just with physical attacks. Our boy Chrono only does 100. So we're going to have to take advantage of the fact that we've got all three elements represented with this group. And it's kind of an irregular area. There's some good equipment, and you want to get it all, as the song goes. Frog is actually a decent person to swap in place of Marl, and we might do that in a little bit. There's a weapon we can get for him that doubles his damage against magic enemies, which will probably give him more damage potential than Chrono, even. Yeah, we'll clear out this whole place. I don't know if you noticed the treasure chest on the left, but I'm not making it up, there was one. I wonder... not bad. We also could have used Napalm and damaged two of them again, but this gave us a way of leveraging Chrono's strong physical attack. And, you know, saving money. That was just sound financial management. Ugh. The case could be made that maybe I should give Luca a gold stud and just let her go crazy with offensive magic. I have not made up my mind on whether or not to go for that. So when you get groups of mixtures of these scouts, or scouters, I guess, that's when it gets complicated, because you can't use AoE quite as safely, you can't use attack at all. I guess thus far I've also only been warning you about the dangers of hitting them with the wrong element. But talk is cheap. Magic +4. I actually prefer this one, but for the area we're in, we're going to want the other one. Yeah, I'll try to give a demonstration shortly. Everybody's pretty close to full. And Marl's got magic defense on her side. Alright, let's do this. So you want to be careful with that. And we've got some MP to spare, so let's go for it. If you juggle the plates right, we could actually get healed by that most of the time. We have the potential to have really good resistance to fire, so... Kaiser Arm for our friend Kaiser Wilhelm. Gonna just loop around here, because I think there's a treasure hidden. Nope, we gotta do it from the other side. That's fine. I didn't forget which side it was on. I did forget whether or not we could access it, but it looks like we can't quite squeeze through that corner. Oh, I'd love to Falcon hit you. If you catch what I mean. That attack is actually pretty powerful. Does more damage to Marl and Luca. It's physical based, so... something to be afraid of. Can never have too many of those. And goodbye. I think these mages have lock, but in general they're not very dangerous. They do have kind of an inconvenient amount of hit points, though. Luminaire! Alright, Chrono just got his final tech. Where he just nukes everybody. Luminaire was also the main character of Chrono Cross's final ability, but it's way less cool in that one. Or no. It's not his last one. It's near there, though. Costs 20 MP, and I'm not going to use it right now because bad things would happen vis-a-vis counterattacks. Actually, Marl might even get killed. That's inconvenient, but we can live with it. That's pretty much the only bad thing the wizards can do, but if they get away with too much more of that, trouble can ensue. Note the rhyme. Also, I guess I lied about the 400 hit point thing. It looks like they're a little bit higher than that. Those mages, which is too darn bad. Okay, I'm getting a little worried about hit point levels. Level 35 already. If I'm not careful, I'm going to miss out the next phase of Specchio, which is kind of easy to do. So that's making a path. Still not quite ready for it. Ah, dang it. We're gonna lather, rinse, repeat. You've all seen the pattern. And we're gonna get it perfectly this time. It's interesting. This is basically the third time we've had this exact fight, and we're getting the perfect execution only now. Pretty good experience. Sonic Bow, which I think is a little unimpressive overall. If you're not careful, this can actually be the second best weapon that Marl gets in the entire game, if you're not careful. If you are careful, you can make that third best. I know you're all very excited about that. Again, we don't rely on her physical attacks too much, although in this area you kind of got to take every extra point of damage you can get. He's lucky that wasn't counter-attackable. I guess it makes no difference, actually. The result was the same. Okay, and we missed a switch, so we actually can't walk out that way, which is a moderate to average inconvenience. Yeah, looking good. Not gonna worry about that quite yet. Alright, now seems like an okay time to demo it. Not too shabby, but it is quite expensive. In New Game Plus mode, you can start the game over and try beating it at any point, and the strategy I recommend for beating it is, because you would take just Chrono into the final battle, is be right at the start. I think you can take Marl, but, you know, let's pretend you can't for a moment. It would basically just be to spam that and then use elixirs on yourself. Over and over and over. And then give Chrono something that lets him counterattack. And yeah, you can just sit back and keep doing that and it'll work eventually. It's a very expensive way of winning, though. But we're getting to the point where our characters should be able to be in the ballpark of beating the game here. We're getting close. As the plot should be indicating, we're moving towards a significant encounter with Lavos. Oh, whatever, we'll just hammer through with physical attacks. You're done. Yay, we got that crit! Alright, we have the triple tech, which is shadow-based damage, so we now have lots of ways of representing same damage. This was originally called the Star Sword, and I really liked it, and I like what it looks like, so I'm just going to equip it real quick so you can see. Because it's just got a cool effect that I would say is a bit unlike any sort of attack pattern I've ever seen in a video game. So judge for yourselves. It's less damage, he's slower, his crit rate dropped, but just the way the stars sort of like spew out of it as he swings. It's like beautiful confetti. Yeah, I like the flashiness of it. Anyway, we've had some great times. Most of them are just sort of color swaps of, you know, all the same blade. They all have a very similar slash pattern, but not this one. Looks like twinkling stars leaping forth from the blade. This is probably going to be, I'm betting on Luca. Yep. Wasted a menu! Yeah, also note Marl has a slightly weaker equivalent weapon than Luca. It sucks, but them's the breaks. Here we go here. And there we go, you can wiggle through the wall. And there's the real super weapon for Frog. Same attack power, doesn't increase his magic, but there's the sweet spot. And actually, I'll even swap them in for a bit. How are people doing for tech growth? Marl's one fight away, but doesn't actually need Cure 2, as it's relatively useless. Frog actually benefits from it. Dino Tail is her second last one. We'll go with this for now. The very first 3-person party we ever had. Alright, and we've, I think, pillaged every chest around here. Maybe I walked right past one, but, we're good. That was my attempt at checking the entire area one last time. These guys in the middle, you don't have to worry about when they're by themselves, but in pairs they can be annoying. My goodness, Luca was faster than Frog. You put on enough speed belts, anything can happen. Oh my goodness, my turn order's in a mess. Confuse? Whatever. And toast. So yeah, those guys are actually super weak, but if they have a partner, they'll counterattack, and they can hit pretty hard. Nothing going on here, but you see a sparkle to the left. So the last time I Let's Played this game, I knew, I think, everything about the game except, like, how to get everything, except that one. And I'm here to help you now. We're gonna get it. It's kind of an elaborate journey we're gonna have to go on, though. Wow, we actually have all of the text for this group. Alright, I'm gonna try this. I'm a little worried about the result. I really want it to be a kill. Frog's doing double damage because those mages are magical. Great success. That's about as much damage as you can do with a crit in this game as well. Right up till the end, I mean. 1,000 per hit is basically the cap, except for some weird critting stuff involving Ayla's later weapons. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to hit them all in this case. Because it's a relatively easy fight. You know what? They have Red Needle. They only have 2 techs. Oh yeah, a lot of their abilities involve their later combos. I hope these guys don't absorb Shadow. Light, water, and fire. Not super impressive damage considering how many MP we put into it. But it does hit all enemies, which is quite nice. I think Chrono might have been able to do comparable damage just with Luminaire. We take damage from those fireballs, by the way. It's like you're asking for a cycloning. There you go, you guys got to see the counterattack. And the real bad thing it does. It causes confusion. I'm just gonna grind through it though. I think we can wipe him out before Luca does anything bad. Oh. She shot her friend. It's okay, they've only known each other their entire lives. Kinda surprised that guy's still alive, but no matter. This is the weirdest one. This guy just shows up, spawns 4 of them, and then leaves. Don't worry, it'll be fine. And let's test out my theory. Seeing as Chrono has exactly 20 MP. Oh, but wait. You've already seen Luminaire. Yeah, that's more like it. And it's AoE. It's expensive, but I do appreciate the results. You want to be really good about changing up your party. We can't swap out Chrono. Oh, you know what? We'll talk about this later, or never. It'll implicitly come up anyway. And so is that knife. Alright, so you are inside that ruby knife we were given. What are we holding then? Give yourself 100 get Dave points if you know the answer. We got trouble, people. Something's hurting Shala. Alright, she's gonna back off. Oh. Only a little bit more. Yes, Zeal will have it. And the Prophet's just watching, whatever his problem is. Alright, I'm gonna end this one here. Because Steph's gonna go down. I'll see you all in the next episode.